Kenny Henry sitting on a 3-2, sitting second. So Brock Peterson, can he deliver with a 1-1 coming into this final moto? Good start.
Wow.
Parabinos on the outside of the 4. Think he's going to get squeezed out, and it's Jesse Bork on the number 28. Husqvarna going to grab that Stasic hole shot.
Jesse Bork, no stranger to running up, but Parabinos looked like he was shot out of a canyon.
But I don't know where he went.
A cannon.
Actually, he's got shuffled
right
back.
there. Yeah.
Look, there's the 39 of Peterson, your championship favorite, and he's already into the lead as we go to the 10 Commandments.
Wow, that is commitment right there. He took control, took command, knew exactly what he had to do. And you know what? A lot of times we do know that, but making it happen, two different things.
Oh, and under pressure, you know he's been thinking about this for about 48 hours, that he's got to deliver this start to bring the title home, and he got the job done. Not a whole shot, but starting about 4th or 5th, and that's more than enough to quickly shuffle his way into the lead. So Brock Peterson on the 39, looking for the clean sweep of the motos here.
Looks like Jesse Bork now in our whole shot winner. Looks like he's into about that 3rd position right now. So Jesse with a 6th in that first moto, still keeping his championship hopes alive as well.
I'll tell you what's cool. Really want to thank the MyLabs folks who are giving you the live timing and scoring at home. And we finally have the technology, everybody. Elon Musk, eat your heart out. We have transponder reads through the whole shot line.
Absolutely.
And what you learn is Peterson was 7th as they came across the whole shot stripe. We saw him about 3rd, 2 turns later, and in the lead by about the 5th turn. So it shows you how much shuffling happens in the first 15 seconds after the whole shot.
I think that's so cool, Weech, because we talk about how much shuffling happens, but it's really tough to judge. Okay, 3 spots, 2 spots, 2. You got the numbers, the positions, and then the first lap. So holy cow. This shows the tail of the tape what progress was made.
Yes, so Peterson passed 6 riders between the whole shot stripe and the 10 Commandments, those twisties, and that allowed him to get clear racetrack. He leads Bork. Travis Coy is 3rd.
Wow.
Look at this.
Holy cow.
Bork is not letting Peterson go. We got a battle for the lead. Right on top of him as we go past the Yamaha Mechanics area. Peterson and Bork. Now, Peterson's going to have to think about this. He doesn't need to win the moto.
Exactly. You saw him grab a big handful there and try to break away, but what he doesn't want to do, he doesn't want to cross that line, Jason. Unfortunately for him, he's going to have to start using all these insides. He has to protect the line. That's going to give Bork the rest of the racetrack.
Yes, and we'll see how it turns out. I was talking to Jeff Russell yesterday. They feel like the track is in a bit of a reclaiming phase.
Okay.
We were here for the 2nd Pro Motocross race we had here last year,
Yes.
and we had epic monsoon rain. They had to scrape so much mud off. They are trying to get all that good soil, sawdust, and all that stuff they had brought in through the years. It was a complete disaster after that race.
Sure, absolutely.
So he showed me a photo. He texted me a photo this morning, Jeff Russell, as we watch this battle. You've got James Mitchell on the James McNeil on the Suzuki. That's the 93, battling it out with Parabinos. He sent me a picture of the Ripper with a yardstick or a measuring tape. 34 inches deep they were digging to try to get some of that good soil back onto the track and mix it in with the clay.
How about that?
Yeah.
34, almost 3 feet.
Yes, 3 feet deep. They were digging to try to get break up the clay and get that stuff back in it.
So when somebody said, man, it must have been 3 feet deep out there.
Literally.
No exaggeration.
Oh, 2nd place. Top of the front, Jesse Bork. And you go make a mistake like that in the 2nd lap, and here comes the pack.
You know, that tree turn yesterday, that daggone tough block on the inside, what happened? It got covered up with dirt. You could not even see the tough block. It looked like part of the berm. It was grabbing front brake after front brake.
Is that why they kept hitting that?
Absolutely.
Like Keith Harrison and Brownie and all those guys. Yeah,
you come to a dead stop. They could not see that thing was covered in dirt. What Bork did there, though, I believe he caught the shifter on, or the brake pedal, rather.
Yeah.
I believe his brake pedal caught on the rut down low. So that tree turn been coming into play all week long.
Going to need to get the road racing clips on the end to protect that lever when you're leaning it over into these ruts.
Right.
So let's reset the order. Peterson now a big lead, 6 seconds over Travis Coy. And then this crazy battle you're watching. Parabinos on the number 4, Kenny Henry on the 26. 43, there is Coy, 2nd place.
Whoa, nice move. The 43 machine, as you said, Coy, man.
It's Coy and Kenny Henry battling there. Yeah, Coy almost threw it away.
Coy almost let her loose there, but gathered it back up.
Kenny Henry tiptoeing his way through. I think he's the rider on the inside. No, he's the rider on the inside now.
Right.
Kenny Henry, can he take this second spot away? This is amazing. In stereo, as we say, wheel to wheel, side by side.
You know, Henry had a good line, but he had to be very precise. So you saw him check up just a little bit, where Coy was just able to let her eat a little more.
Oh, a little hesitation.
Whoa.
That rut really hung up the 26 of Kenny Henry, and that allows the 43 of Travis Coy to get back around. And look who's lurking. Made a mistake, the 28.
But here comes Henry again. He triples. Now he goes to the outside, said, I want that spot back. Now down the Monster Mile, boom, takes possession of the position one more time.
Let's keep this going, boys. We've had nearly an entire lap of these two KTM riders side by side.
This is great. And then I believe that is Henry.
Bork coming back.
Yeah,
Bork,
I know.
Another mistake for the 26 of Henry, and then a mistake in the rut by 43.
Man.
This track is gnarly.
Listen, dude, I'm only going to dog paddle through that corner once, and I'm going outside. I can tell you that
I'll go outside, like outside the racetrack. I'll just call it a day with those ruts.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Insane. And like you said, keep it up, fellas. Give us something to call. This is fantastic.
So for the moment, well, Brock Peterson's gone, but this battle for second, watch out. Right now, it's going to be Kenny Henry, momentarily, has it. Bork, who had his mistake one lap ago, there he is on the 28. The White Husqvarna, he is third. Then it's Coy, Parabinos, Adam Britt, Justin Kelly, James McNeil, Joseph Dredska, and Michael Carter.
I don't know what it was, but it looked like Parabinos went into a canyon on the other side of that building. The bike disappeared, and then all of a sudden, that must have been Britt that was trying to make the move on him right now, but just came out of nowhere.
Parabinos digging deep right now. The ranch will get you. Yeah, he found the bottom of that rut. And almost went down, loses a spot. That was a 21 of Adam Britt who got around him. So that'll move Britt into 5th. And Parabinos now 6th. And watch out, Yamaha rider Britt. He's moving forward. He just ran 2:04s, a little quicker than the rider in front of him.
And we're on lap number 4. We've had all this.
I know.
This seems like a 10-lap moto already, and we are on lap number 4.
Hey, Parabinos there, that number 4, following your advice. He went all the way around the outside of that corner. Just stay out of those ruts if you can.
You've got the power, Paul. Stay out there, use those outside lines, wick it up on that SR 450, make it happen.
Parabinos pretty popular down here, former pro, then became a mechanic. He was actually Dean Wilson's wrench when Wilson won the 250 National Motocross Championship as a pro, working for Pro Circuit back then. Now he represents Renthal in the U.S., but still finds time. And I'll tell you, a lot of those industry types, I know people think like, well, they have more time to ride. No, their jobs, riding is not part of it. They are weekend warriors just like anyone else. They've got to be at the desk every day. They don't get days to prepare for Loretta.
Right.
So they're work-a-day guys just like anyone else out here.
Want to slow your riding down, want to slow your program up, but go to work for the industry.
That's right.
Okay, go to work at the races, and your riding time will be limited, trust me.
Yep. Yeah, the weekends are now for other people's racing.
Everybody thinks Weege and Wygan, hey, let's go ride Wednesday afternoon. Hey, see you Thursday. Let's do it, you know.
If I get 6 free days a year, that's been a solid year.
And that free day starts Sunday at noon on an off weekend.
You know, you normally go riding on weekends?
Yeah.
I don't have those weekends.
Yeah, what weekend?
I'm a little busy. Yeah. So Peterson's gotten away. He's got a 9-second lead. We're going to follow this battle. Jesse Bork, what an adventure for him. He has worked his way all the way back to 2nd. But I'm going to watch this Yamaha man to see the blue bike, Kenny Britt.
Absolutely.
He wants a piece of this podium. He's in 4th.
There is no doubt, man. And look at some of the line choices he's making to make it happen. He's just digging and searching right now. Oh, pulls a little triple in the middle right there. Again, going back to the inside, going to try to keep this thing short, but those insides starting to get chewed up, bro. Just can't say it enough, Jason.
And making tracks toward, there it is, the 3rd place rider on the orange KTM. It's Kenny Britt. The orange KTM is Kenny Henry, and Adam Britt there on the Yamaha is catching him. This will be a battle for podium real estate. And we got another rider getting into this group. That was Travis Coy, who was there earlier in 2nd. He's 5th, but not too far back.
I think Dressler just put it on Parabinos back there. I think he stuck him high up in the corner right there at Waterworks, and moved that Kawasaki right out of the way.
So Dredska, another rider maybe to watch on the number 20. That would move him up to 6th. As we watch Adam Britt here on the 21.
Yeah, I see the difference in those
two-stroke, I
lines
believe.
right there as he came through the
Yep.
middle right there. The bike just kind of settled, but you didn't see foot pegs disappear, and you weren't in
Right.
any fear of grabbing a front brake.
I've got to think, when we watch some of these pro sport riders or the factory, I guess we'd call it amateurs, they're riding at the training facilities with pros. If you're in a Vet 30 plus type class where you don't get access to those tracks, where are they finding ruts like this to practice? They probably just aren't.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. My buddy Donnie Henderson, the Martin boys, they used to leave those tracks go. They would till some of the straights and this and that, but they literally let the ruts develop because it took 2 weeks to get the ruts
rut like
to
that.
replicate
Yeah.
a national.
Yeah.
You know, so leave that thing rough. You know, trim up the till up the smooth parts, but the rest of it, let her go because it's the only way you're going to replicate that rut.
Well, that's cool if you own your own track. But for these Vet 30 plus
Yeah.
guys who are just weekend warriors, this is a non-pro class. You are just going to your local track and hoping, and maybe there's a couple ruts.
And I will throw out a shameless plug right here for
Nice.
Chad Koken there. Go to Tomahawk
All right.
early in the day.
They got some ruts.
Let that thing get prepped, and I will tell
Okay.
you will be airbox deep by Moto 4,
all right.
bro. I will
Okay.
tell you that.
Tomahawk MX in West Virginia, so you get some rut practice. But we talked about it when we even had Chad Reed up here in the tower earlier, because Chad Reed now owns a track, Moto 40 in North Carolina, and it's that balance of guys at this level are looking to build skills. They want rough tracks. They want
exactly.
ruts. But then there
Exactly.
are people that aren't racing, they're just riding for fun, and they're like, I just want the track to be fun.
So Chad's daughter just tells me from Tomahawk, said, wait a minute. Let me give you an added note.
Okay.
That dirt is replicated. Chad trucks in dirt to replicate a similar consistency
Okay.
as Walker does, as a lot of
Yep.
people do. But that is why we get those ruts at Tomahawk. That is why the jump faces and the corners, that nice loam is what does that.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
it's beautiful coming out
So
of that
not
sand
by
turn right there.
accident and not just native dirt over at Tomahawk, but done by we make our own.
dirt.
I
Synthetic
love
dirt.
it.
Synthetic dirt. But it is hard, I would think, for a lot of riders in this field to find conditions like this and they show up at Loretta's and you're just taking a guess. How about the number 3, Justin Kelly? He just quadded. He was nowhere up the start. First time we've seen the number 3. He has rallied all the way up to 6th. Does he have time to get to the podium? He's going after Adam Britt now. I think he's already made up one more spot. We check the transponder. We'll see where he ends up. Yeah, he has gotten around Dretska and Coy. Justin Kelly is 5th. He might be podium material by the time it's over.
Absolutely. And look at these lap times. 2:0 is our best lap time. Compare that to Romano just a little bit ago. So, 5-6 seconds off the way. 5-6 seconds sounds like a lot, but wait a minute.
Yes.
Talking about twice the age at least right here, and a track that is a good bit rougher than 2 motos ago.
Yeah, and again, this is a non-pro class. I believe
Right.
if you ever scored points in a pro race, you cannot race 30
Ineligible.
plus. We have a couple different, I believe 30 and 40 this year are non-pro sportsman classes. And then the 25 plus, the 45 and the 50 are where the ex-pros are allowed to race.
Exactly.
So if you're wondering why, for example, Mike Brown is 49 years old, he's racing 25 plus. He is not allowed to race this 30 plus division. So these guys, again, this is a weekend warrior style of class. These are lifelong enthusiasts. They're not guys who made a living racing. And the lap times are pretty impressive when you consider that. Running 2:03s up front with Brock Peterson. He had a 2-minute flat.
Wow.
At the beginning of the moto.
Yep. When we take a look at that status, and we take a look at these guys able to maintain this and the inability to find track, let's face it, replicating this is one thing. It's hard enough to find a place to ride today, Weed.
At all.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep, you're at the mercy of, it's a thunderstorm, we're shutting down for the day. Dude, I'm going to Loretta's.
Exactly.
I have to ride. Yep. So I thought it was going to be this Yamaha man, Adam Britt, making a run for the podium. He is in 4th, but he has company. Watch Justin Kelly. Let's see if he airs this out. No, he's not going to do it with a rider right in front of him, but he is on the charge. The number 3 is in 5th. He would love to get up to the podium.
Got that
cut across the ruts.
Got that Jeff Ford look going on as he crosses ruts at the big 3 on that Kawasaki, and he goes to the outside, which he gets a good drive. This is it right here.
I love the old
Move
school
made.
megawatt up here. We see number 3 in a Kawasaki. First thing that comes to mind, not Eli Tomac, who currently rides on the number 3 Cowie.
No,
It's Jeff Ward.
Absolutely. Could have been Kudrowski, too. He wore number 3 one time.
Hey, Emig was a 3 one time.
Absolutely, yeah.
Long legacy there. So I think Justin Kelly is going to get it done. He is on the move. He's up to 4th, and he can see Kenny Henry now right in front of him. It'll be interesting to ask Kelly what happened at the start of this moto. He was nowhere.
When we talk about guys putting that racecraft to use, that race experience, this guy, as you mentioned, Kelly, totally out of this thing, took some great lines, and honestly picked up 3 or 4 spots in one lap. We saw that in the previous moto. When you're able to do that, when you have to use a rider per lap, you just run out of time. But this guy was passing riders in bunches.
Poor Kenny Henry, he's going to feel the heat right now on that number 26.
Yeah.
You see him here on the drone shot. Justin Kelly has got real motivation. He was 4th in Moto 1. He was 4th in Moto 2. He is 4th in Moto 3. How badly you think this guy wants to get a Moto medal?
This guy wants a Moto medal bad, and he's on his way to doing just that. Have to check the 2-lap card, maybe out right now, which maybe actually a white flag as far as that's concerned. Yeah, we definitely have a championship to award right here, but I tell you, Kelly wanting that podium bad, and as they head out, it looks like one more lap underway at least, and Kelly plenty of time to make it happen right now. Oh, there goes the number 3 machine. Did he make that pass? I think he did. I think he got it. Yeah, made that pass on Henry, so there he is. He is into that number 3 ride right now. 2-lap card is out. As they make their way into the finish line area here one more time. Going to take a look at it and make sure it is official there. And yep, Justin Kelly has done it, Weech. Justin Kelly has moved himself into that number 3 ride. So the big number 3 Kawasaki now sitting in that 3rd position. Time running out here on this one. 2-lap card, of course, 2-lap card is out. Next time around, riders will be picking up that white flag of our first championship moto of the week, our Vet 30 Plus here. Coming up next, going to be looking at 450B followed by 125C. Vet 30 Plus. Your leader, Brock Peterson, going to be picking up that white flag here in just a few moments on that number 39 KTM. Continue to watch battles just a little further back in the pack right now. I believe that was the number 19, Mason Eck. We just took a look at. He had his hands full with William Hall on the 91 KTM behind him, and he was trying to make his way around the 48 of Robbie McQuarrie. Back down the Monster Mile, here's that battle we were looking at. The 39 still to the inside. Looks like the 28. Jesse Bork making his way around. Brock Peterson. Here they come down into that big sweeper. And looks like Jesse Bork, as Jesse Bork put himself in the lead right now. That was Peterson, I believe he just passed. Going to be picking up the white flag right now. Weege going to be going insane on this ride right now. And yeah, Jesse Bork puts himself into the number 1 ride. Brock Peterson now in the number 2 position. Where's that number 3 Kawasaki at? There he comes right now. So Justin Kelly just about to trip the timing and scoring as well on that number 3 machine as he sits in the 3rd position. And out front, look at that, the number 28 Jesse Bork waiting until just before the white flag to drop the hammer. Now absolutely pulling away from Peterson. Peterson gassed right now. You can see the tank running low on this final lap. Bork looks like he's out on the first lap. Peterson set your fast lap 2:00.7 on lap number 2. Bork turned a 2:03.1 on the last lap. Things have dialed back just a bit, but the number 28 found the speed when he needed it. Going to lead the lap that matters, the last one, and if he keeps this thing on 2 wheels, Bork going to bring home a Moto win. Bork, of course, 6th in that first moto, going to be sitting on, or I'm sorry, 6th in the second moto, 2nd in the first moto. So he's sitting on 8 points right now at this win, going to be sitting on 9 points Jesse Bork in fantastic position as he rounds that deep sand turn down there just before the Yamaha Peristyle. Here we go back into the tree turn. The number 28 for the last time. Pressure's off, feeling a big sense of relief right now. Knows he has 2 corners left, has to navigate this big sand roller corner, make his way through the Bermuda Triangle, and going to put the icing on the cake here. Final moto for your Vet 30 Plus. Checkered flag going to be out this time around. And there it is. Put your hands together for the number 28 of Jesse Bork. Great ride. Brock Peterson, early leader, led most of this one on that number 39 machine. Going to hold on for that second place finish. Peterson, of course, winning the first 2 motos. Peterson going to go 1-1-2 on this one. Going to give him a score of 4. Going to hand him that championship. Looking forward to hearing from him down on the podium. Right now, got that 28 machine up there. That's your moto winner, Jesse Bork.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. Not giving up on it. Could have settled for second in that moto. He's got plenty left. Look, even enough to sling the bike on the stand. Stasek hole shot, comes all the way back, loses the lead, gets it back, wins the moto. Let's hear it for Jesse Bork. Only thing I need is the gold medal. We'll get it to you in a second. Jesse. One little mistake. You wouldn't let it hold you back.
Nah, I was all eager and pumped to try to make the pass. I came close over here after the finish, and then I was back like 4th or 5th. I'm like, oh crap. Yeah. And then just put a charge on, like just smooth and steady. Never gave up, and I think Brock might have let up a little knowing he had the overall, but I'll take it. I'm pumped. That's what we came here for.
Yeah, getting the gold. Here, stand a little bit closer up here. Who do you want to thank for the moto win, Jesse? It was a good week.
My wife and my kids here. All my dad for getting me into this dangerous sport. My wife flew down to Florida in December. I had a bike lock up on the face, broke my hip, got back on the bike like 3-4 months later, and been working hard. I wanted to come and win. I had a crap second moto with a bad start, but I'm pumped.
Hey, that's why we hand out moto medals. They'll never be able to take that away from you. Let's hear it for Jesse Bork, taking the final moto of the week in 30 plus. Thanks. Take a few photos, and we'll move the 28 bike off, and we'll bring the 39 machine on. Congratulations, Jesse. If you folks want to start bringing the bike up to celebrate a championship with Brock Peterson, could you grab your bike, Jesse? If you got anything left. We'll transition from one machine to the next. That is, yep, that's yours. 30 plus class, these riders know the drill. So here it is, everybody. And this is a cool story. This was an all-white bike at the beginning of the week, and the Honda folks said, hey, throw a red front fender on there and collect your contingency money. They gave him a fender, didn't affect the riding. He wins the second moto as well, and led most here at Moto 3, backed it down. Let's get our champion up, and he'll take second in this moto, a silver, and that is more than enough to become the very first national champion crowned in 2021. Let's hear it for Brock Peterson. You did it. You made it a little easier on yourself by getting out front pretty early. We saw you about 7th. You were quickly into the lead. What were the emotions there in those last couple laps, knowing you had this close?
Man, I'll tell you what, that first moto and that last moto, man, I thought I was in pretty good shape, but those were hard. Yeah, extremely hard. I put myself in a good position that moto, and it made it easy. And I think Jesse, he won that moto. He was going strong at the end. And I knew I didn't have to win. I wanted to win, but I wanted to win the championship too, so yeah, it was good.
What kind of work did you put in? I know you guys know the math, and you're like, this could be my year to do it. What work did you do over the last couple of months to prepare for this moment?
Like I said earlier, I haven't rode a whole lot this year. Maybe like once a weekend if I was lucky. And the last 3 weeks I've really been putting the work in. It's been raining a lot at home, and I've been able to ride a lot. But last year I came in here, I wanted to win it too. Buddy Nick Hayes, he got hurt just before Loretta's. He's a 2-time reigning champ, and I wish he was out here so I could have battled with him. But next year, Nick, let's go.
All right, that's awesome. Brock, who do you want to thank for this national title?
First, my wife, Brandy, my dad, my whole family. Championship Power Sports. Wouldn't be possible without them. They've been helping me out the last few years awesomely. FXR, FMF, No Toil, Turbo Speed Suspension. He's got Mitch Gerwin's really got my suspension working good out there. Dynamite Designs, Mike Turry helping me out a lot. Just the whole family, everybody, man. I appreciate it. It's awesome.
All right, let's bring Mike Burkeen on up. Go ahead.
Chris McMillan, can't forget him. Thank you for helping me out all week, man. Appreciate it. It's been awesome getting those whole shots dialed.
This is a big moment right here from the American Motorcyclists Association. Let's welcome Mike Burkeen to hand out our very first #1 plate of 2021, and it goes to Brock Peterson in 30 plus. All right, so the celebration can begin. We do have to bring our third place finisher in the Moto on up. And I don't know how much experience you have with this, but it's time to learn it. And you can pop that champagne and celebrate. And we'll also bring Justin Kelly up to talk third place in the Moto. Don't do it behind the bike. Do it in front of the people. Yeah, here we go. Somebody come up and assist. Somebody's got to help. No experience with the champagne. Real quick, we're going to throw the bronze over here. Justin Kelly, we did not see you anywhere near the pack at the beginning of the race. Hard charge for third. Let's hear it for Justin Kelly, third place. What happened to the early laps there?
Starts were terrible this week. Kind of had a fight from the back. Got one good start, second moto, and just rode too hard. Got arm pumped, so it was all about learning again here. So thankful to get at least a podium and see what we can do next year, I guess.
Okay. We know you'll be back. Who do you want to thank real quick, Justin?
First of all, I'd like to give a big thanks to my wife and kids for keeping me doing this. We got Who's Your Tire, UFO. We got DTA, my dad, all the Moto fam, Kelly MX school kids, Team Green, Pro Taper, Visor, everybody. Pork Chop for getting stuff done this week. I appreciate everything.
All right, there it is, Justin Kelly, the third place finish in this final moto. You got one more? I got something for you.
Race Tech and 4PR. Definitely can't forget them.
Awesome. All right, let's hear it for Justin Kelly. There's your bronze.